Okay, I'm back with my third sponsored child. Now this is a story of her. I wanted another boy because, as you've seen from my other videos, I have Kylie in the United States and I have Yusto in Indonesia. And, I have two girls of my own, so I wanted another boy. And Save the Children had sent me this information about this boy named Mamaro in Mali. He's 14. And they said he dropped out of school in third grade to help his family get some money, but he's still poor. He's not getting an education. There you see his picture there. Okay. So I felt very bad for him, and I was like, okay, I'll help him. And because he had been waiting so long for a sponsor, they dropped the sponsorship price down to $20. So I sent the information, and then I waited a little while. I waited about 2 weeks, and when I looked up my sponsorship, there was a different child on there. There was a girl who was also 14 that lived in Mali that had a kind of a similar name. So I thought, well, maybe they put her in by accident. So when I called, they said, well, Mamaro had already been sponsored by somebody else. So they gave me this girl, which I was a tad irked about because I wanted a boy, but, I'm all for helping kids, and they told me I could sponsor her for $20 a month, just like I was going to do with Justo. So I was okay with that. She's 14, so it's only for 4 years. And they said she was the next most needy, so this is her. This is Masudio. As I said, she's 14. She lives in Mali. And it talks about her. It says she lives in a thatched roof home in Mali. And she speaks Serenea with her family. And then it says where she lives is in the southernmost part of Mali and is the second largest region in terms of economy, industry, and population, but it is the poorest. So the region she lives in is the poorest region in Mali. And then it says the programs in the community projects available include center-based early learning and development, child-friendly schools, and community engagement. And it focuses on physical, cognitive, and socioeconomic language skills. And then it also gives you the information. I got these cute little postcards that you get in your welcome packet. There was another one, but I haven't sent it out yet. You also get these stickers to put on the envelopes. They say, you're great, you're awesome, I'm proud of you, I'm cheering for you, just to give them a little bit of motivation. The letter that you get when you first... Hello? This gives you the information about your letter. It says, send your letter to your sponsored child. Your letter is received and translated by the staff. We deliver your letter no matter how remote the area, putting a huge smile on your child's face, helping your child read the letter. We also help him or her write one back. Child's letter takes the journey back to our headquarter office, and we can't translate the letter, wave goodbye, and send on your way, and then you get the mail. And then it gives you tips for success on writing, and, just like I showed you with Kylie. So this one talks about Mali. It says 17 million people live here. 115 out of 1,000 children die before their 5th birthday. And about 47% of girls and boys are out of school. So almost half the kids in that country are not going to school. So, Mali has struggled with political instability and remains a deeply impoverished African nation. So it talks about they've provided sponsoring programs since 1988. They have early child education. They're seeking to improve education for children by helping them learn vital reading and writing skills in early grades. In impoverished areas like Mali, children suffer from many treatable and preventable diseases. These include malaria, anemia, and various hygiene-related illnesses. Waterborne illnesses due to cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea are common and recurrent because of the dirty water that they're drinking from the streams and the wells, because a lot of them don't have access to clean water. And then it says that Save the Children brings clean, safe water to communities and schools, as well as they provide malaria treatment, deworming, and micronutrient supplies. So that's what the sponsorship does. It helps, with all those treatment plans. Here's the stickers with the address on it when you send the letter. The sponsorship card. This shows pictures of the people in the country. And it just tells you about the different places in Mali. This is what the sponsorship card looks like. Tells you about different areas. I haven't received a letter from Masudio yet because I just started sponsoring her. I showed you guys the letters from Yusto that I got, but I just started sponsoring Masudio, and it took me a while to get the welcome packet. I'm not sure why, but it took it usually takes 7 to 14 days, and it took me almost a month and a half. It took over a month, and I called, and they said, well, it was sent out, but I hadn't received it yet, so they sent another one, and then I ended up getting both of them in like 3 days. So I'm assuming it was a delay in the mail. And then I did send Masudio a Christmas card. I also sent her an email because through the sponsorship places, they have the option to send your child an email, which gets there a lot faster because it doesn't have to go through the mail process. And you can do that, like just to send them a quick line to introduce yourself, or with one of the other sponsored child, which I'll do another video on. It was her birthday, like right when I started sponsoring her, so I sent her an email to say happy birthday to her. But I know the kids like receiving the handwritten letters and, you know, pictures and stuff that you send, and they can write back. That's more personal than an email. It's just email is faster, but they can't email you back. So, but as you've heard about in Mali, and they also, a lot of these countries in Mali, African countries, and not just Africa, but everywhere, other places around the world, girls are treated a lot differently than boys. A lot of the parents don't understand the value of an education, so the sponsorship provides that for the parents and also provides the school supplies. And in Mali and a couple other countries, you know, girls, a lot of times from like 9 to 14, they're forced into marriage and they don't get the education and they live in poverty. So these programs also help them learn how to be independent, learn how to stay out of the early marriages, you know, how about not getting pregnant, a lot about their hygiene, stuff like that. So it's a good thing to do. And you know, I like getting the updates on it and learning about the different countries, because when you're first learning about a child, they give you basic information, but when you get these welcome packets, like, it gives you a lot of information about the child and the country. So it's good to know. And I can't wait to get my first letter from Masudio. I'm super excited. And I plan on meeting her. She's 14, so it's only going to be a 4-year sponsorship. So I may not get the chance to meet her because, you know, I want to wait at least 3 years of writing before I meet the child. And so we'll see what happens in 4 years. I mean, I know going to Africa is very hard, and when I looked it up online, I didn't even see any flights to Mali anywhere. So I don't even know how I get there. I would have to contact the Save the Children to see where I would go to if I did want to visit her. So that's one of the things that I plan on doing. So we'll see what happens with that. I will definitely keep you updated. And when I get a letter from Masudio, I will post it and talk to you about the letter and, you know, what she has to say. So talk to you later. Bye.